Did you know there are 7 different approaches to playing the piano? If you were to take lessons from the nice lady down the street, you would learn one way, which is the traditional way, which is a perfectly fine way to learn the piano. Most people learn the piano this way. However, learning more ways will greatly enhance your piano playing ability and let you experience more freedom in expressing yourself on the piano. So the first way is the traditional method. You play songs based around the classics. You may play, say, Ode to Joy, or For Elise, or Minuet in G, one of the main advantages to traditional methods, which we also cover in our method, is that you learn to sight read and you do it very, very well. Sometimes to the point, though, you can only play the piano if you have music in front of you. The second way to learn the piano is the accompaniment approach. What we do is we learn chord. Right here I have songs from Frozen, Tangled, and Enchanted. In this book, and along with many, many other books that are printed out there, right here they have these chord signatures. I don't know if it would focus on that or not. And once you know these chord signatures, even if you don't play the piano very well, you are able to pick up any piece of music and play the song. So I'll just sit down and play a piece of Frozen for you. Snow grows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. And there's a lot more than just the basic chords that you can put into accompaniment. Let me share with you a few people who play the piano based on the accompaniment approach. That would be, say, the Beatles, Elvis, Little Richard, Lady Gaga. Many, many people use the accompaniment approach to learning and creating music on the piano. Third is jazz. With the jazz approach, we learn jazz rhythms. We also learn what a 12-bar blues is and incorporate that into our jazz songs. But that's just the start. Combine our methods and mix them together because it is one instrument and we're allowed to do that. And we'll combine, say, the jazz approach with our improvisation approach, which I will share with you a little bit later. The fourth way is ballad style. We play a song in our curriculum that sounds like this. But the really cool thing about that is it's in a lot of music that you find, and you'll be able to pick up on music easier if you realize, oh, this is a piece that has the ballad style in it. So I have, for instance, this is the Civil War. It's one of my favorite musicals. The ballad on the left hand here. And I'm sort of improvising, I'm not using the notes here. Didn't run or surrender. So what I'm taking is 2 pieces of our curriculum that we teach, one which is ballad style, which is this left hand, 2 which is chords that I was following up here, and 3, I guess, which is improv. So I'm taking those 3 different approaches and then putting them together to create a completely unique experience on the piano. And eventually, when you learn to read notes and all those other things too, you could even add the notes that you read. Now, number 5 is arrangements. Now, arrangements is really fun because in arrangements, we give you the permission to take something that you already have learned. Say, for instance, you have learned For Elise. And we tell you, you know what, it's okay for you to take that song and create something completely new. Now, we've created some arrangements, and then we also encourage our students to make up their own arrangements. For instance, here's an arrangement of For Elise. So I've taken a classical song, which we learned in our classical part of the method, and we've made it into a new arrangement. 6th is improv. How would you like to be able to just sit down at the piano and play whatever you wanted? Now, we did talk about that a little bit. When we learn our ballad style music, you can just improvise ballads. Or you can also improvise your jazz music. just totally making that up on the spot that way. Being able to sit down on the piano and just play, which is a great skill to have. And the last skill, which is a combination of all the skills together, is to take what you've learned and make your own music. Here's something that I wrote. Very simple, easy stuff. Nothing too advanced. But that was just taking a song that I already knew, kind of making it into an arrangement, and then putting my own flair on it. So I composed my own music, and we encourage all of our students to compose their own pieces of music. This really delves deep into that creative energy that you really should get when you're playing the piano, so you can truly express yourself on the piano. Now, in addition to that, not only do we encourage you to play the music, but we also show you how to write the music down, which is a skill that not very many people learn to do. Mostly because the rhythm is really hard, but with our method, it's not really hard. They've figured out a way to make it so that putting this down is pretty easy. So I hope you've enjoyed my little video on the 7 different approaches to playing the piano. And I hope that you look into joining our studio, Piano Possible, here in Louisville, Kentucky, where we give you the best way to learn piano, period.